I'm Corri McFadden of eDropOff, and I'm on the trendingreport.com.
First, I want to start with congratulations on 8 years.
Thank you. It's crazy that it's been 8 years, pretty much my entire 20s.
And I want to talk about the origins of the business. We started as a paper in college that you didn't go to the graduation because you were in New Orleans starting a business. Take me back to that.
You did your research. I like it. No, I went to school for fashion design. When I first started out, I wanted to be a police officer in crime scene investigation, and I had to take an outside concentration. So I took fashion design because I thought it was going to be easy and a good creative outlet. And it wasn't easy. It's very difficult, but a creative outlet where I really tapped into a passion that I didn't know that I had a skill set to really create fashion. I knew I loved it, but I didn't know I could really draft and draw and sew. So I changed my major, picked up, moved to Chicago, and came here to complete my bachelor's in fashion design. And with that, I had to make the choice as I was graduating, did I want to go the creative side and design, or did I want to go into the sourcing side, the marketing side, more of the business? And that's what I decided to do. And I created a business plan for my portfolio graduation project, which is eDropOff. And here I am 8 years later with a full company.
You graduate, you come to Chicago with $36. Tell me how, was it intimidating, or the feelings that you had when you're here? You're from Kansas, you're in Chicago, you don't know anybody, and you don't have any money, but you have a business plan. So tell me how that.
It's funny, I actually just moved last week and I found my checkbook and I went back to the graduation date and there it was, $36. And I was recording, Panera soup purchases for $2. And things have changed a lot, but my passion has never changed and my work ethic hasn't changed. And I've been working since I was 14. And when it came time to graduate, it was never an option not to do what I loved. I was always supported by my family, but not financially supported. So I had to make my own way. And failure has just never been an option. There was never a hurdle that was too big. And so, 22 and fearless, I skipped my college graduation. I went to New Orleans to go to eBay Live, came back with my software, and I opened my first retail store. And it's crazy to look back, but my days are still the same. They're still as difficult. It's just I'm faced with different obstacles is all. But I'm still the same Corri. So it's just, I've been very blessed and my team has grown, which has made me grow. I really like to bring in people that push me and make me learn and make me be better. I don't like to tread water. And it's amazing when you have the ability to hire and bring those people in that can grow you as well. And it's a great journey.
Tell me about the business. Tell me how the store works.
You tell us how we can work for you, and we make you money. So anything that you're not using or wearing, clothing, shoes, handbags, jewelry, accessories, we can take those, and we do all of the work to create the sale. So we take all the detailed photos, write the description, post it on eBay, package and ship it, and then you collect 60% of the final selling price. So if it's sold for $100, you get 60, we take 40, and you do nothing. You can come in and drop off at one of our Chicagoland locations. We do free nationwide pickup for anyone that's outside of the Chicago area. You just box it up, we send UPS, we pay to pick it up and bring it to us. And we do free closet cleaning as well. So if you need a voice of reason, which House of Consignment showcase, kind of how those clients work, sometimes you just need someone to come in and help you and tell you that looks good, an honest opinion, and that's what we'll do. So whatever works for you, that's how we'll cater to you.
And when we talk about luxury, one of the things that stood out to me about the company is just the whole consignment industry within itself, because it used to be taboo. Nobody wanted to go to the consignment store, and if they did, they certainly didn't tell anybody. And now we're dealing with luxury items.
Yes, and when I created eDropOff, 8 years ago, I was having to sell people on eBay. And what is eBay? Because it was still so new. It was very taboo to get people to sell items for money that maybe they didn't necessarily want people to think they needed money, or they didn't need money. They just wanted to get rid of those goods. As well as the consumer has been created that still wants luxury, but doesn't have the ability necessarily to pay full price, or maybe it's one of those rare pieces that they wish they would have bought and they want it and they have no problem buying it secondhand. So it's really a healthy circle that we kind of mended everyone together to create a system that works. And we broke all the misconceptions around consignment. It's not dark, it's not dingy. You should be proud of cleaning your closet, and you should be proud of buying something that is secondhand. It's green, it's good for the economy, and it's good for the person that's selling it. I wanted it to be a space that didn't interrupt your day, and someplace that you were proud to walk in. If you saw your girlfriend in here, you wouldn't be like judging her. You'd be like, how much is your check for? What are you doing this weekend? Like, we'll have people sit on the couch and talk forever, and we're like, okay, it's a great space, and it's someplace that you want to be, and you're not ashamed. And so, over the 8 years, I've listened to what our clients need from our sellers and our buyers, and we listen.
Now you're a global brand. You're selling Chanel, Hermes, and it keeps growing. Tell me about that success.
Yeah, we're number 2 in the CS clothing, shoes, accessories category, which is scoured by over 10 million active users a day. We have the highest traffic that exists. And with that, we bring you the highest return on your items. There's a lot of companies out there that are doing the same thing, and that's great. And we welcome competition. It's healthy. And, I say competition keeps you in condition. But no one has what we have as far as the traffic and the loyal buyers. That's what creates the high return for our consigners. And we sell 100% on eBay, and I've been on eBay for 8 years. We've seen the marketplace change in so many ways, and it's exciting the way that it has changed. eBay is chic, and the fashion section of it is a place that you're proud to shop. It's the largest e-commerce site online. And with that brings a global market. We sell worldwide. We sell to every single country. We ship, hundreds of packages a day around the world, which is really cool to think that, something was worn here, or, worn in New York, wherever it's come out of, and now it's going to live in another country for its second life. So a lot of times we say a lot of our goods are things that have never really got to live their glory. Maybe it was a beautiful Oscar de la Renta dress that she bought for an event, and that event just never came. And when it did come, it wasn't her size anymore. And so it never got to be worn the way it should be worn. And then it gets sold and someone does get to wear it. So whatever way you look at it, is just a really great process.
One of the other factors that helped contribute to your growth was your VH1 show, House of Consignment. From what I understand, that almost didn't happen. Talk to me about that.
For me to do reality, I wanted to make sure that it was what E-Drop-Off was. I didn't want to do, a lot of scripted reality that exists out there, and they kind of cast the characters and make what they want it to be. I wanted to be a representation of the brand and the company that I've worked so hard to build. So, there were times that we thought maybe it wasn't going to happen, but it did, and VH1 was wonderful, and we produced something that I was really proud of, and, I can hold my head high. And when you have people writing you letters of how you inspired them to, follow their dreams and their passion that even is outside of fashion, it made it all worthwhile. The letters that I get they're amazing. And just, I'm from Kansas City. I grew up very middle class. I was the first girl to wear leopard pants to school and be criticized up and down for it. And, I always took those risks, but I was who I am. And it's important to deliver a positive message. Girls especially need a good inspiration. So much of what you see on TV is not real, and it's not what you should be aspiring for. And so much of it is condoned and endorsed, and it makes me sick. So I just wanted to make sure that I was someone that I'm proud of who I am, and I'm proud to show that, and they did that. As well as it brought so many new buyers and sellers, and it opened my brand to be a full brand that people were aware of. It's something that when you hear it, you're like, that makes sense. I've got something, or I want to buy something, but you're still growing, and not everyone's going to hear about you. And VH1 definitely helps showcase us. So
they showcased you, they showcased the brand in the store, and also what I noticed was, as you said, it wasn't drama, because it was about what you do. It was about the store. And as I'm here, I see that you're mostly or all female employees. I see the growth that has happened because of that. And it's being a woman and being in a professional environment. Sometimes it's hard working with female staff. How do you maintain that?
We are primarily female. We do have some males, and they're amazing. But when you have 46 women under one roof, that's a lot, you know, it's like a sorority or something. But, you know, we hire people who are passionate about what they do. And when you have a goal and you want to get there, and it involves the work of every single department, or you can't get there, when you see that achieved, that's what brings everyone together. And we're a very close-mended group. And sure, people have different personalities and different likes, and I'm sure not everyone hangs out outside of work, but when we're here, everyone respects each other, and they're here for the big picture, and that's what's important. And I enjoy everyone that's on the floor. And if you don't, you know, as you'll see on Housing Consignment, like when a negative energy comes and when someone does check out, they have to go. And it's not healthy for the business, and it's not healthy for that person. You don't want to have someone in an environment where they don't want to be. So we like to think that everyone is here because they want to be here.
And speaking of here, as you said, you're from Candace. Yeah. You came to Chicago, you did not know anyone. You opened your store now, you do a weekly segment on WCIU, you edit for Gloss and Found. There's so many parts of Chicago that you are now a part of. What's your favorite part about Chicago?
Everyone's great. I love all coasts, but there's something about the Midwest and their loyalty. And they've made me who I am. They've allowed me to grow my business. They've supported me over the last 8 years. You know, when I started eDrop Off, I was selling everything from fly fishing equipment to electronics, whatever it took to, you know, pay the bills. And they've seen me grow through those stages, and they've supported me, and I'm loyal to them because they've been loyal to me. And Chicago's fashion industry is growing. There's so much energy right now, and so much young energy that I think is really rare, because you can work this market easier. There's a way to showcase your talent, and everyone works together, and I think that's important. It's not as cutthroat, but it is, but it's not as much, which I like.
And one of the things that's next on the horizon for you is your jewelry line. Yes. Tell me about that. What was the inspiration behind it?
So being able to really go back to my design skill set was something that I was itching for. My business, eDrop Off, is super creative, but to be able to really design something is what I wanted to do. I soft launched my jewelry line, and it's coming out next year in full. It's beautiful, and it's something that I'm really proud of. And all the materials were sourced through various markets, but everything has a vintage touch to it. So every piece is one of a kind. There's no piece like it. So it's something that if you like it, you got to buy it, because it's not going to be there. And it's really great.
And when we talk about designing, we talk about fashion and your background in it. Another congratulations is in order on your engagement, so congratulations on that. And as we were talking before, Christian will be in town today, and I hear that he's designing for you for that special occasion.
Christian, who's one of my dear friends, will be doing my wedding dress and my trio of girls. So I'm really excited to see what comes out of that. I'm letting him I'll give my input of what I want, but whatever he designs for me, I know will be amazing, and I'm just excited to wear it and go back to Capri.
Fantastic. Now, is there anything that I did not ask you about that you would like to say?
No, that's pretty much it, but I really appreciate your thorough interview, and I love people that do their research. It's awesome. Everyone should take lessons.